today I'm going to be breaking down why I think new artists need to ditch freestyling in the studio. Yep, you heard it right. So a lot of times when I be going into a studio session, especially back when I was, interning at a studio in Brooklyn, back when I first really got serious about making music, I remember every session that I'd go to, there'd be two types of artists. And I remember every time going into the studio, I'd be thinking about obviously getting the studio ready, getting everything set up. But I'd also think about okay, what kind of artist are we getting today? Because you can either have artist number one, which is the person who already came with his bars ready, or he has so much experience that he can just freestyle on the spot and make it sound good. And then we have artist number two, where you'll load up the beat, have everything ready, and then they'll keep trying to get that first line of the song for the first hour. They'll be the type of person who's like, one more time, let me run that back, one more time. And then an hour later, they are only at a hook. The reason why I say this is freestyling in the studio, it might seem like a cool idea, I just laid this down, one take Jake, I just put this down, I freestyled it. Oh, but for new artists, it often leads to a lot of wasting of time and money. When artists show up without, being prepared, or don't have any lyrics or a clear idea of what they're gonna record for the song, they end up spending a lot of that studio time trying to come up with the idea on the spot. They feel if they don't do it on the spot, it's not organic, or it's not something magical. And I think on the contrary, because if you're pressuring yourself to make something up on the spot, there can be a lot of pressure, especially from your peer group, whoever you had in the studio session with you, and the engineer, because sometimes some artists are trying to impress the engineer. I don't know, they just want that validation. So this can be stressful, and it doesn't always result in the best music, right? Because think about it, you're focusing on trying to create a good sound versus trying to come up with something on the spot. Imagine if we had something prepared, ready to go. All you're focusing on is making that lyric, that line, sound as best as it can be for that song, versus just trying to come up on the spot and not having enough time to actually get it right, So freestyling in the studio can make artists feel pressured and anxious. Without a plan, they might struggle to perform or enjoy the recording process, which can be really fun, especially when you're in the zone, But relying too much on freestyling can hold back an artist's growth. So some artists are really experienced and can do a lot, can do it on the jump. They've been practicing this, and it's easy for them. But if you're new and you haven't built that muscle yet, it kind of just pressures you, especially when you're in the studio and the clock's ticking, and in the back of your head you only have 45 minutes left or something. It's all about that time at that point. So it's important to practice and prepare songs beforehand to improve as a musician. So in short, while I think freestyling can be really fun, especially when you just having fun with it, playing around, it's better for new artists to plan ahead when they're going to the studio, especially a studio that you're investing your time and money into. This way, you can make most out of your time and be more confident when you pull up and create better music. But if you are an experienced artist and you are able to freestyle and you're able to kind of just go off the cuff and you already make good music, then I want you to go down below, grab my 10 free beats, and so that way we can get started working together. I hope that helps, and I kind of just wanted to come on here and kind of share that message, because I've been seeing that a lot, especially with artists that come to the studio, and I can tell which ones are prepared, or which ones are kind of more scattered, and they're I'm just do whatever, and it's usually the ones that come prepared that get the most done, versus the ones don't come prepared. They're more scattered. They're more kind of like wish-washy with their attention, meaning like they can, if somebody pulls them aside to see, hey, check this out, or do that, or roll this up, or, you know, let's go outside for a little break, you know, they don't have anything prepared, so that way they can hold themselves accountable to creating, you know. Just an honest take. I have had a lot of experience on here, and if you want me to kind of show you studio sessions, like record studio sessions and put them on this channel, let me know. I have a general idea of like what I would like to share with the world, especially like documenting my journey, talking about it, as far as like making music and putting music together and just releasing it to the world. Like that's my ultimate goal, is making some good music, putting it out to the world, and make that royalty checks, baby. But yeah, if that seems at all interesting to you, I have a couple studio sessions with big artists recorded. I'm in talks with them to see if they want to put that out, because not everybody does. Everybody wants to keep their songs secret, and I respect that. Especially when you're with a big artist, you're recording a big artist. There's a lot of strategy when it comes to this marketing stuff too. So I ain't gonna post it if they don't want me to. But if you guys think it's interesting, then I can post other studio sessions. Yeah, so that was on my mind. And basically I kind of want to just come on here and talk about why new artists need to ditch freestyling in the studio. Because I can't tell you how many times we pull up to the studio and it's just this one artist with 10 of his friends in the studio, and they got nothing to do but smoke weed and fool around. And when they hop on the mic, when this one artist hop on the mic, he's just like, let me go again, run it back, one more time for like an hour, getting only one hook in. Like it's kind of embarrassing, because it just ruins the vibe, the flow. Like when you're trying to do one line for a whole hour, and I'm probably exaggerating it, but when you're trying to do that, it kind of ruins the flow. You're not in the flow, you're not in the zone when you're trying to do this one line over and over again, because you're making the same mistake, trying to freestyle, just trying to come up with the words on the spot, you know. Let me know if you've experienced this, if you have a crazy story, and I'll check it out. Anyway, peace out, y'all, and stay up and stay creative. Bye.